Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to today's show. Today we welcome our wonderful returning players, Skyra and Deirdre, and also some new players, including a returning player and someone who is most definitely, we made sure, brand new. First of all, of course, I have my usual things to share with you all. First of all, here are our social links. If you're not already a part of our Discord, you should be. It's an inclusive, family-filled community where we help each other out, talk D&D, and all the other wonderful things that we want to talk about. You should really be part of it. It's an amazing place, full of positivity, always. Non-positivity is a bannable offense. Twitter, if you guys want to be in a viewer game very much like this one, we currently run 3 viewer games a week. We're sorry we didn't do One Shot Wonders earlier. Unfortunately, one of the crucial players couldn't make it. So we will be postponing that and the players will return in October. But we do still have free slots a week with up to 12. The donkeys are aliens. We do up to 3 one-shots a week for viewer games, with up to 12 places for new players. So if you guys would like to be involved in that, just send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you into a game. We are currently taking bookings about halfway into October. So please do let me know. And those of you who have messaged me and I haven't replied yet, I'll be getting back to you very soon. This week's been a bit hectic with moving and streaming simultaneously, but you'll be glad to know that I got a whole 3 hours sleep before the show, and I'm planning to get a whole day of sleep tomorrow. Yeah. We are now a full-time service. This is a full-time thing. We do this. This is my job. If you would like to support, I have a Patreon there where you can support me. It's very much appreciated. I also have merchandise, and I also have a competition running, which I believe the competition ends in an hour. Oh, hey, baby Alice is in chat. Hype, please. Yes, in an hour, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it ends in an hour. So if you want to get in on them Pride Rainbow Colored Dice, now is the time. Go now. Oh, and lastly but not leastly, here is today's tweet. If for every 10 retweets and every 10 followers, we get a wild magic surge. As such, players will roll on one of our homebrew tables, which you can also find in the Discord. If you want to add to the table, you just go into the suggestion box chat and we can increase it. So far, we're up to a dice of 442 sides. So, without me further waffling on, let's go round and say hello to everyone. So we'll go round. Do you know what? Today let's go anti-clockwise. We always go clockwise. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go anti-clockwise. Today we'll start with Deirdre. Oh, hi Deirdre. How are you?
Good. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm Deirdre Donlin, and you can find me at Twitter at Deirdre Donlin, or you can find me hanging out in the Twitch chat at Praxagora Thesmiophoria. And today we'll be bringing back Miss Elwyn Tailspottle of the halfling sort, a little nature-oriented in her outlook. We're going to see how long she survives this week.
I can assure you I have nothing dangerous planned this week.
I do not believe you, sir.
So next around the table, we welcome Emma Guyan, or Lady Hope as she is known on the Twitters. Oh, yeah.
Hi! Yeah, I will be playing a very very cutesy little kind of woodland elf. You'll see very soon how her personality kind of plays out. I kind of want to leave it to kind of you'll see, don't worry. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter just at Emma Guyan or Lady Hope. And yeah, that's pretty much where you'll find me. I will accept your follow. It's a private account, but I will accept your follow. Don't you worry.
That is an exclusive offer. This stream only. Yeah. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Emma doesn't usually take people on, so, you know, we get in quick. So I think it's a limited window. Is that right, Emma? They've got, 50 minutes or something like that to get in.
It.
So,
then it's closed forever.
Guys, you've got to go. You've got to go now. Next around the screen, we welcome back Eleanor on Fire, or Cutie Pie Panda. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi, Scott. How are you doing? Peachy? Peachy, okay. Today I'm going to be playing a human monk that is just trying to get away from family issues, so to speak. And yeah, should be fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And now, last but most certainly not least, we welcome back a person who I'm very jealous of their shirt, for starters. Skyra, oh hi!
Hey, I'm Skyra Moss. You can find me on Twitter at Skyra Moss. Unfortunately, my wizard scholar did not survive past last week's game, so this week I'm going to be playing a dwarf ranger. Totally not Scraticus's fault. Definitely not. Yes. Hopefully my dwarf ranger can survive the night.
Betrayal and backstabbing? I don't know her. Sorry. Well, let's get into the thing. So today, Deirdre Elowin last time, she would have left the cave gathering as many jewels as she could. I believe it was around 150 gold's worth. And left. But you know there were several doors in that dungeon that weren't opened, and quite possibly many more treasures to be had. So, could I ask you all please to narratively tell me how you know each other? And convince people to go back to this cave where, you know... Well, I'll let you decide how much they know about the cave.
It's all good. So Miss Elwyn returned to the inn where her adventuring guild life started. It's an outreach program for troubled youth arranged through a former adventurer. He was a great fighter until he took an arrow to the knee. And now he arranges quiet apprenticeships for his youth in the neighborhood with the former adventurers that he knows. And upon Elowyn returning and getting the bounty for all of those wonderful orc ears that she did and truly stop and collect on her way out, she then reported the unfortunate demise of everyone else who attended with her, and was informed that the elven lord who had approached Miss Quinn, I believe it was, decided that he wished to continue to hire this adventurers guild, and Elwyn decided, well, I know the layout. If I get enough people together, money is money, and I need to feed my family. So she turned to her good friend, Reagan.
Reagan, yes. So Reagan is from a small clan of hill dwarves, which was unfortunately completely murdered by a clan of orcish raiders. Aside from her very elderly grandfather, who, like, the two of them fended for themselves for a while, but eventually he just passed from old age, and that's when Reagan ended up wandering into town and encountering this adventurers guild that Elowyn is a part of. And so they helped to rehabilitate Reagan into, like, becoming reacclimated to living among polite society, and she now wishes to spread her knowledge among other adventurers to help them survive in the harsh wilderness.
And, Miss Reagan, I know you want to come join me, because there are many more orcs we're going to have to kill.
Oh, you know I am always down to kill some orcs.
So we're going to need to get some more friends. You know anybody else in town lately?
Well, you know, I've heard that there's this monk in town named Seraphine who seems like they might have the skills to help us out with this quest of murdering these orcs.
Oh, the human you mean, right?
Yes, it's a human monk.
Okay. Oh, there she is. Miss Seraphine! Y'all want to come kill some orcs with us?
You see Seraphine. She's kind of stumbling around with a bottle in her hand. And she's like, who's calling my name?
Yeah. Seraphine, put down that bottle and come over here.
As soon as I finish it.
Yeah, we don't want to take her from her drink. I mean, that would be just rude.
Oh, but this is important.
Wait. I'm almost done with it.
Are you telling me that drinking's more important than killing orcs?
It's about 6 of one,
Killing
1/2 dozen
orcs.
of the other.
Killing orcs is something I can do for a price. for a price, and then she just falls over.
And Elwin's gonna grab like a mug of water under the bar and just kind of throw it on top of her.
Ah,
Feeling better?
my head. Oh, my head hurts. Hang, just a couple minutes here.
Okay, y'all rest. We're gonna go kill some orcs in a bit. It's fine. Anybody else? Ooh,
me!
Jareth, didn't you almost die last time?
It's fine. I want to go again.
All right, then. It's not. Remember, it's not my fault if you die.
It's fine. Let's go.
All right. So in the morning, we're all gonna get together and we're gonna go go out to this ruin, basically. And there are a whole bunch of orcs in there, and we're gonna kill a whole bunch of them. And we might possibly deal with an undead. It's kind of fuzzy. I wasn't real up on the particulars at the time, but there's been a whole lot of money there. So you know.
I might need a couple days to sleep this one off.
You only get about 6 hours, honey. It's fine.
Fine.
The more your head hurts, the more you can hit things harder.
The more I'll want to, anyways.
All right, then. So in the morning, we're gonna meet here without the alcohol. Although maybe we'll take the alcohol with us for after the fact. I understand how these things work. And then we're gonna go out to these ruins, and we can show you where these ruins at.
Okay.
All right, then. So we'll meet here in the morning.
What's the money like? Is there good money in this?
Well, last time I was there and I didn't happen to expend a lot of effort, I did walk away with some significant pocket change.
I can work with significance.
Yeah, there's loads of money. You know you want to join us. Come on, let's go kill some orcs. Can we go
Those
now?
have really big pockets.
Like, do we actually have to wait until tomorrow? Can we go now?
I don't know. Can she stand up?
She kind of gets to her feet and just kind of wobbling, leans on the side of the wall and just like, I can go now if we need to, I think, and then just falls over again.
It's also dark out. Do you want to be fighting orcs in the dark?
I will fight orcs any time of the day or night.
I understand, but some of us can't see in the dark, and it's a problem.
Weaklings. Okay. You know what? Okay. All right, we'll wait. It's fine.
All right.
And so you guys spend the night. You can get well rested and prepared for your journey tomorrow. Seraphine, I imagine you wake up with a splitting headache.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You can head back to the tomb. Now, Elowen, how long has it been since you were last at the tomb?
I figure it's probably been maybe a week or so, couple weeks. You got to send a message to somebody that everybody be dead, and then you got to get a message back. So, you know.
And how do your guild leaders contact you?
Well, I have a room upstairs above the inn, so, you know.
Okay, so a
me and
messenger. Okay.
Yeah,
Messenger knocks at the door.
maybe, or I just stop by the bar.
Or that. No, it hands you a note.
Yep.
Holds out a hand for a coin.
Y'all got paid already, I know it.
Don't shoot
You
the
want-
messenger.
I'm not gonna shoot the messenger. I just know you got paid.
I can expect a tip, can't I?
The last time I gave you a tip, you fell down the stairs backwards.
Sorry, Mom.
You want to fall I mean, I can give you a tip and watch you fall down the stairs backwards.
he tips his hat. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. Message to deliver.
Mhm.
Runs off.
All right, I'm gonna open this message.
This is from from the prince, the patron that you will recognize. funding the expedition to the tomb. I only usually reveal these matters to those of Fey nature. However, I fear things may be becoming more dire in Tarodun's tomb. I fear that Tarodun is returning. He was a powerful archmage who believed in genocide of all races except for those Fey or Fey-touched. He would be a scourge on our race, and he would make us most unpopular. If possible, I would like you to make sure that he is either firmly sealed within Tarodun's tomb or destroyed altogether.
Well, ain't that a peach? She's gonna take that letter and just kind of fold it up and put it in her pocket and go, well, you know, I mentioned that they were undead. I might mention it once we're on our way. Once we're there, it's fine. Don't want anybody chickening out too early. We're gonna get paid for this.
And how do you travel to the tomb? Do you walk? Do you take a carriage?
I don't know. How far out are we from this tomb?
Oh, it's a ways into the forest, I suppose.
I mean, I'm gonna let Reagan, direct us.
Yeah, I can lead the way in the forest. I know my way around some forest.
Indeed, you can.
Yep, just follow me. I'll wind through these trees. There's kind of a path looking. If you look real hard, it's not a very clear path, but just step where I step, you'll be fine.
Yep. Always let her go first.
I'll bring up the rear. I'm still not feeling the greatest.
This probably be just skipping along. She should just be skipping the whole way.
Y'all right there, Cherith?
I love the forest. It's my favorite place.
Yeah, this is really more of a deer path, but it'll get us there the quickest. So
I vote for quick or not on a horse. I don't do horses.
you might want to look into that eventually, but for now it's fine.
Do you see my height? Do you see a horse? Those two things do not go together.
I've got some rope. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, you can tie yourself to a horse. If I need 4 legs, I'm going to get myself some of my own 4 legs.
And so, after a few hours walking together, bantering through the forest, Seraphine, your headache will probably clear up, I imagine. The fresh air has a habit of doing that, although it's a painful process and slow. You can come towards the tomb, and as you get closer, Elowen, you too will begin to recognize the spot that Reagan has led you to. The tomb is built into the side of a wall. There are no bodies in front of the tomb, where you might expect there to be some. Instead, further down the hill, there is a large corpse pile.
Well, I did some of that, but not all of that.
You can recognize the orcs, the chieftain, also Quinn, Noctia, Melody.
Avi.
I mean, the other two are sort of buried inside, but if you were to go and look, you would find the whole party from last time.
Except me.
Except you, yeah.
Well, I did not do all that. I moved, the non-orcish folk. I left the orcish folk alone. This seems slightly suspect at the moment. Just, I want to say so here.
Who do you why would somebody just make a body pile for no reason like this?
Well, I heard a rumor that there might be some undead necromantic possibilities involved in this here tomb, and it's entirely possible that the person who is inside this tomb may not be so, dead, maybe possibly kind of dead, or even mostly dead. So,
Elwyn, some of us might have appreciated knowing that before we left.
Absolutely. I would have loved to have known that we were fighting undead. Last night, all I could remember was orcs.
Well, the orcs were the original plan, and I did not find out about the undead until about, an hour and a half ago.
Okay, but still, you could have told me before we left, because I came out here all hyped to kill some orcs, right? And the orcs they're already dead. They're already dead. Somebody killed them.
That's not all the orcs. They cannot. That's not all the orcs.
And who are these? And what are these other bodies?
Unfortunately, those were the people who came with me last time.
Last time?
Yeah, I told you about that.
No, you most certainly did not tell us about this.
No, I did tell you about that, Reagan. Now, I may not have told Seraphine, or Seraphine might not have remembered because she was slightly intoxicated at the time, but I did mention, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when I said I was going to go out with, these newbies and we're going to go fight these orcs and cut their ears off.
Oh, that time.
Busy.
Yeah.
And you said you were too busy to come with me, and y'all chickened out.
I know, I didn't chicken out. There was, look, I had a thing, okay? Just, you know what? It's fine. I do remember now. I just didn't realize it was this place that everybody died at, Like, I could have used her.
Well, not everybody died. I'm here.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's all that matters anyway. I didn't know there's other people.
Reagan might remember Elwyn returning looking somewhat harrowed and injured afterwards. Despite her bluster now, it was quite a harrowing event.
Yeah, Reagan actually did a little bit of cure wounds when Elwyn got back to the tavern, but, that's kind of par for the course, so it didn't really stand out to her.
I mean, you or one of my sisters, or possibly my cousin. It was definitely not Elrie. But, one of them. Could have been Emmeline, could have been Elnora, could have been anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm constantly patching up those hobbit folk. Halflings, whatever.
We're not half anything. We're an entirely respectable species.
Yes, that's right, you are. Of course. Wouldn't say anything otherwise.
I look at Elwyn, I say, if we're fighting undead, too, along with orcs, I'm gonna need double my payment.
Y'all, you can take whatever you find in here.
That is if we live.
Like I said, y'all
Precisely.
can... Precisely.
So you better fight hard. If you want to make it out, especially if you want to make it out with profit.
It's all about money. I understand that. I have family to feed. And I can definitely tell you from the last time I was here...
bottles to drink.
Yes, I understand that you, instead of family, you have bottles. It's fine. Each has their own emotional attachments and or preferences.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you what, Seraphine. If we make it back to the tavern alive, I will buy you an ale at the tavern. How's that sound?
Make it 2.
You got a deal.
Alright, let's do this.
You alright with this, Cherith? You alright with killing some undead and or orcs?
Yeah, I'm just here for like the friendship and stuff. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I mean, friendship is magic.
Seraphine's just like, you gotta be kidding me. And just starts walking into the dungeon.
Reagan shakes her head and follows.
As you head towards the dungeon, you can see that the large cavern has been covered with a sort of lean-to sort of door. It's not fixed in place, it's just leaned up, but there is a door set in wood. And on the floor, there is a mat that says Home Sweet Gnome.
Oh, fudge suckles. I hate gnomes.
What's wrong with gnomes? They're just tiny people. I mean, yeah, tinier than you or me, but that doesn't make them any less a people.
They are people. They're just a very annoying and or possibly judgmental people that have problems with hobbits. It's a thing.
Well, excuse me for not knowing about this beef between the gnomes and the hobbits. I haven't actually
I mean,
been among other peoples much.
I understand that. Now think about your problem. Think about dwarves' problems with elves.
Reagan just kind of glances over at Sheriff.
I do not mean you two specifically. I mean in the general history books of interspecies relations, dwarves and elves have never really been, oh my god, best friends on a political scale.
A random NPC hands Elwyn a shovel to keep digging.
She's gonna go with it. It's fine. Now, mind you, Cherith is a wonderful person, and you get along with her fabulously. Well, hold on a sec.
Yep, we sure do. Isn't that right, Sheriff? We definitely get along.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, see, listen to the elf. We're totally peachy.
Seraphim, I got 3 to 5 on a horrible friendship breakdown in about 6 hours.
I call less than that.
Okay, so let's go deal with these gnomes that are in our way and possibly raising dead. Just, a theory.
Just stick
Okay,
to the
look,
money.
you can't just assume that they're raising dead just because they're gnomes.
I'm not assuming that they're raising dead because they're gnomes. I'm assuming that they might be possibly raising dead because they're in a tomb with a person who was known to be a necromantic individual and therefore raising dead. I'm not choosing that because of that they're gnomes. I'm just choosing because of where they live in.
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. So maybe these gnomes just like spooky stuff and there just happens to be a necromancer living here.
I mean, you mean I'm living here?
That too.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let one of y'all who can, see in the dark go first.
Yeah, Reagan's just gonna go ahead in and try the door.
Oh, yeah, it swings open. There's no hand or anything. There's just a little bit of rope that you can pull, and it swings open.
Is what you see on the other side of the door?
Well, the entranceway that Elowin may remember as being covered in axe blades and the like, is ornamented with many small lights and gadgets and shiny objects. It seems all the axe heads have been removed. And all of the hafts now are acting as decorative pieces on which people have hung bunting and such like. It's a wall of colour, essentially, in the darkness. Well, brightly lit now.
Yeah. This looks awfully cheery for a necromancer's den.
It's so pretty.
Y'all gonna die.
Reagan's just gonna walk in and look around, check for signs of life or unlife as it be.
So all these sconces are lit. They are lit with magical fires made from small devices. If you were to inspect them, you can see someone has tinkered and created small things, creating coloured lights that flash different colours, giving a sort of almost disco effect to the hallways as you walk around. As you step inside, you can hear decorating the cave, gotta make it pretty.
Hello, y'all anybody here?
Hello! 2 minutes! And you hear a sort of fuss, and then a small gnome dressed in brightly coloured clothes comes around the corner. He's like, "My first visitors! Hello! Welcome to my humble abode!"
Why, hello there. Did you do all these lights? They're beautiful.
Yeah, I can make you some if you like. I just need some copper wire, and some elemental salts.
Wow, I'm not sure I have any of that on me right now, but I will keep that in mind. Thank you. Might I ask how you came to be living in this tomb?
Well, I was in the area. I usually roam around. I'm a bit of a loner, so I usually roam from town to town. I don't usually stay very often because sometimes accidents happen around me. I'm known to be quite clumsy. But then I found this abandoned cave, and you know what? I looked around, and I was like, this cave has got a lot of potential. If I take away all the big scary sharp objects and fill it with color and bright things, then it could be a great home, and then I could have guests.
You know, that's really wonderful. Can we wheel that back a little bit? What sort of accidents were you talking about?
Well, I make small devices, and sometimes they malfunction, and when you're in high magic areas, sometimes that magic thing makes things go funny, but usually magical, usually things that are magical around me either stop working, or change color, or sometimes become a potted plant.
Become a what now?
A potted plant, like, you know, the little terracotta pots with the little green leaves.
I
Oh,
love flowers.
I love flowers too! I'm trying to build a herb garden in one of the back rooms, but it's really weird. None of my magic seems to work back there.
Were you aware, sir, that there's a magical enchantment on this here tomb to keep the undead necromantic asshole in his tomb?
Sorry?
There'll be an undead gentleman, and we need to keep him in here and not out there. And
No, there's no one else in here, just me. It was abandoned. There was a lot of bodies, but I took the bodies outside, and when I finished decorating, I figured that I'll maybe dig like a trench or something, and you know, give them a nice respectful grave. Maybe I'll put some colors and lights around it. But no one's undying. They're all staying dead.
No, sir. I can tell you from communications with the individual who built this here establishment, of the elvish sort he were.
You mean this place didn't grow?
No, sir. Most buildings involving stone don't grow.
I thought it was really square.
And she's gonna turn and look at Reagan and go,
Reagan just like motions to her to keep talking and ignore the whole look, they're just different, okay, Elowen?
So the elvish gentleman who was involved in the construction of this here space is an undead blight upon society who wants to eradicate all of society.
And they look over your shoulder at Sheriff.
Oh no! And you brought them here?
Oh no. She's not. No, not her. He's already here. He's in one of the back rooms. He'd be locked up right now, but.
Sheriff kind of feels like really bad. She has like flowers in her hair, and she gets a flower and she hands it to the gnome.
No, I want to be friends. I just want to be friends.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, these necromancers don't seem so bad.
You're assuming that all elves are necromancers.
Well, that's what you said. You said the
No, I
undead
said-
people that built this place aren't happy with the thing.
I
Or something
said
like that.
One undead gentleman. One.
Oh.
You know?
So,
No,
so
no,
there was
not this one?
No, there was just one guy that was undead, and he just happened to be an elf. This is a different elf.
Oh!
He walks forward with his hand out to shake Sheriff's hands.
Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine?
Yay! Now we're friends.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Thank
Seraphine
you.
just kind of turns around and starts to walk away and makes eye contact with Elowen. We're not getting paid.
Oh, we getting paid. We gonna get paid. I guarantee we gonna get paid. If you live. I can't guarantee you gonna live, but we gonna get paid.
You're not gonna... do you make people undead?
No, I put people deep in the ground to make sure they stay there.
Oh, like dwarves. Hello, dwarf.
Hello. No, dwarves just sometimes live underground, but yes, but
Deep
okay,
underground.
look,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not what our friend Eloa meant, but that's not what matters. What matters is, have you seen anyone else alive or dead or some of both around this area recently? Have you seen anyone else around this area?
No. But when I sleep in the back chamber, I get really weird dreams, so I don't sleep there. There's some doors I haven't been able to open, and they're really pretty, so I don't want to break them or anything.
Can I see?
Yeah, sure. And he's going to take you on a little tour around the map that you guys can see in Roll20. This is the map that Dyson, I believe, made. I have somewhere a link to his thingamajiggy. I should turn that on. That'd be a good thing to have. I believe it's under module. There we go. So you can find it there, and you can see the map for yourselves. He takes you on a little tour around this area. You can see there is a locked door here, and another locked door here, and a large mural-looking door here.
Well, what does this mural look like?
Give me 1 second as I reopen the information that tells me all about it. Because I closed it like a numpty. Just contacting my gods. Hang on, just waiting for a good signal.
And people wonder why hobbits have problems with gnomes.
Hang on a minute, that's Radio 1.
You want the FM signal, honey, not the AM signal.
I'm getting there.
No, I think that's NPR.
Okay, so the door. These are silver doors. They are a embossed relief, a bas relief. The relief depicts a macabre scene. Fancy elven nobles from a bygone age toasting and drinking to each other's health.
Well, there'll be a whole lot of people drinking, Seraphine. You should be right happy about this.
You would think so, but I'd like to get paid more.
Well, perhaps your payment is beyond the doors. If we could only find a way in.
I mean, I have a way to do that.
Not gonna break the pretty door, are you?
Please don't, I really like it. This is where I tried to sleep originally because it was so pretty. But I get really weird dreams in here. And look, magic doesn't work properly. And he tries to cast like a something, but all that happens is like a little puff of smoke appears in his hand. You try!
Yeah, I'm good. I've been here before. I'm very aware of how not working the magic is here.
You built this place?
No, I killed all the people that were in here and you moved their bodies.
Oh. I did wonder how they got like that. You're very good with a blade.
Sometimes. Now mind you, I didn't kill everybody. I only killed a few people. But then everybody else died and I was the only one who lived, so.
Did you sneak up on the human and stab her in the back? That looked really mean.
No, that was that nasty ass, not this one, but a nasty ass elf bitch. She did not want to stay dead. She kept stabbing people. It was really mean. So I had to throw a rock and hit her in the head.
Is she the undead one?
No, but I want to make sure she stays dead. So I gotta make sure that no one else in here makes her bring back, because she was nasty.
Okay. Well, how can I be of service?
And all around this room, everywhere that was dank before, it's been freshly swept. There are lights everywhere. There's like there's fresh hops around, making the place smell faintly of ale. There's flowers in certain places hanging from garlands. There's paper streamers. There's bunting. There's all sorts of colourful decorations all over the place. You can see a stepladder in the main hall where the fire pit was, Deirdre, in this area here. In there is a stepladder with a bunting just hanging down.
I see you improving the situation here.
I'm making the place pretty.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Gnome, sir, have you noticed anything unusual about this room? Like, besides the weird dreams and the doors that weren't open, have you noticed anything else that seems unusual, out of place?
Well, it's very square, but apparently that's normal.
Yes, that is very, very normal for buildings that have been constructed rather than grown, as it seems that your people do.
I used to live in a tree and that was circular, so.
Yeah, I used to live in a tree, except it wasn't circular. We used to live in the roots, so it was all like higgledy-piggledy.
Oh, wibbity-wobbity. Ooh!
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god.
Yes, well, you know, many people prefer to carve their dwellings from stone. It's much more durable.
I've
But,
heard about this. The dwarves love stones, right? Is it true you sleep with them?
Well, not that we sleep with them, but our bedchambers and all of our buildings, really, our whole our entire colony is carved from stone.
And is it true that you really like the shiny stones?
We do. The shiny ones are particularly valuable.
Like this one, and he pulls out a he's only a gnome, but he pulls out a chunk of what looks like pure gold the size of his fist.
Oh, yes. Actually, that's where did you find that, might I ask?
Oh, this was lying in the hallway over there by them double doors. It's... I don't really like it. I was cleaning it up. I was gonna throw it out. You can have it if you like.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Wow.
Here you go.
Wow. I very much appreciate that.
By which set of doors?
This set.
Okay. And the doors with the bas reliefs are over here?
Here.
Okay, or up here.
Okay.
And we are...
He's shown you around this area, this area, this area, all the way up and through. All the areas that you fought in, basically, last time.
Okay. But not through into this chamber where the... It doesn't work because we stopped, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you go beyond this set of doors, or did you get stopped?
No, I didn't get stopped, but I sort of opened it up a little bit, and there was this deathly gust of wind, and there was some, like, you know, dust. It sort of reminded me of my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma just before she died. You know, by the end, she just sort of smelt really musky. Like an old tree!
You know, that sounds an awful lot like what we might be looking for here. I think we should go check it out.
Oh, well, my home is your home. Please, make yourself comfortable. There's some wine over in the corner over there, if you guys would like some wine. I made it myself. And if you prefer non-alcoholic, I've also made some cordial, which, to be honest, it's been brewing for a long time. It could be alcoholic by now, but it wasn't intended to be.
Well, thank you. We very much appreciate the offer. Perhaps after we're done, I want to make sure that your new abode is, you know, safe.
Oh, it feels really safe, but thank you.
Yeah, no, just that.
Are you gonna set
particular...
up? Are you gonna set up like mining things, like struts and beams to make sure that the sky doesn't fall on our heads?
Oh, maybe. I do. I just that one room with the wind, it sounded like it might be dangerous, and I'd really like to check to make sure that it's safe for you.
Oh, okay. I was just going by the logic that if I don't hurt it, it can't hurt me.
Oh, that's a lovely sentiment to have, but in my travels, I've found that that's not always true, and it's better to be a little bit cautious
I
sometimes.
mean, the worst thing Wing could do is blow out your birthday candles before you get to make a wish. I mean, that's all I could do.
That is a crime.
Or make it really, really cold and you wouldn't be comfortable at night.
Oh,
That kid's a boy.
Look. I have seen wind rip trees straight out of the ground. It can be much more dangerous than you all know. You must be cautious.
were the gnomes inside sleeping or unconscious? Why didn't they pin it down?
No, there were no gnomes in this tree. It's okay.
There weren't any gnomes in the tree?
Not all trees have gnomes in them.
It was an elf tree then, Your Majesty. He knows it's sheriff again.
No, this was a tree in the Dwarven lands. Nobody lives in trees in the Dwarven lands.
It was an underground tree?
No, we have, okay, you see, look.
And y'all wondered why I thought that gnomes would be problematic.
See, we live under the ground, but the above the ground area is still considered Dwarven land, and trees grow up there. We sometimes harvest them to, for handles for our axes and things.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, the point is, I would really like to go check out through those windy doors, and if y'all would like to join me, that probably would be prudent. There might be dangers ahead, and I'd appreciate the backup.
I
Y'all-
need that glass of wine first.
Here, have
That
some
little
of this.
gnome. Yeah. Will you treat me to some wine, please?
Yes, certainly. Help yourself. Here's a horn. The great thing about horns is you can't put them down until you're finished. And I'll fill it up for you. And this a deep plum-looking fluid enters this container. Thank you very much, by the by. To now I'm not gonna try and pronounce the name of W44335019 as it appears, because is that kanji or Korean? I'm not sure. But it's thank you very much for your donation, and I will take that nat 20. Thank you also to Castle Mac Lydia, who also gives me a nat 20. And thank you to Justin or Twitter of Vecna, whose we shall indeed factor that in.
So, that glass of wine.
Oh, here you go.
I want you to take a sip first.
Oh, yeah, sure. I don't usually sip, I usually glug it all, but okay, I'll try.
You drink it all and then pour me another glass.
Oh, okay. Would you like to have one with me? We could have one together.
You drink that one first.
Okay.
I'll have one.
Okay. I can't hold this horn and pour at the same time into a new horn. Would you mind holding this for me? Or you can have this one, Sheriff.
Oh, thank you so much.
And he takes another one and he fills another one and he goes,
I can't fill 3 all at once. Will you hold this one, Seraphine? I haven't learned your name yet. Oh, hi.
Sure, I'll hold
And
it. I'll
y'all
hold it for you.
wondered about the gnome thing.
Here's a horn for you, and I'll take a horn for me. Well, bottoms up.
and he just sloshes it all straight down his throat.
Alright, I drink it.
It's a deep, deep plum, rich with berries and it's almost like smoky textures. This is very fine wine.
Well, it's delicious.
I'm glad you like it. If I can find what I'm hoping with is that area over there, which I haven't decorated yet.
It's the opposite end of the double doors.
I'm hoping to turn that into some sort of like cheese cellar where I can mature some cheeses, and then I could have cheeses and wine together. Maybe I could head into maybe there's a town nearby where I can buy some biscuits, and then I'm set.
Well, I can definitely tell you that there's a kind gentleman who lives in town about 3-4 hours, about southeast of here,
Oh.
who will happily trade with you if you have the money for it.
Well, yeah, I think I still have money somewhere.
Or, you could just offer him the cheeses and he might be able to,
Can I just bring him
Buy
more
them.
shiny rocks? Like, shiny rocks are easy to come by. I seem to find them all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
shiny
yes.
rocks are fine.
Yeah, many people love those shiny rocks. In fact, have you seen any others around?
Yeah, well, there was that other mine that I had found. It had a weird name. I guess it was like the Great Old Mine. It was a ways north, about 5 days hike. It didn't say great though. It just said G Old Mine, which I guess is Great Old Mine. There was lots of shiny rocks in there.
Oh, that does sound like a great mine. I might want to check that out myself later. Perhaps if you could draw me a quick map here.
Oh, yeah, sure. You go north along to the river that's really, really blue, and then you wait until you see the tree with 2 blue jays nesting in it, and then you turn left, and then you walk for about...
Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'll figure it out. Thank you though for the information. I appreciate that.
But then there's a bush that looks like my grandmother.
Wow, that's truly remarkable.
Well, are we going down this hole or not?
Yeah, let's do this.
I mean, honestly, sir, I don't know how you expect us to recognize a bush that looks like your grandmother. We've never even met the woman.
Well, I mean, it just kind of looks like a gnome with a really soft beard.
Okay, then. We're gonna go down this hole. And make sure you don't die in your sleep from some wind that's gonna come and suck your breath out of your body,
Wow, you must have such a really negative outlook on life. Wow.
I mean, y'all did move into a place where I did kill a whole bunch of orcs not even a week and a half ago.
I don't hold it against you.
I mean, are you gonna be sure that the orcs aren't gonna come back and possibly stab you in the dark?
They're the green ones, right?
Yes, sir.
They should be fine.
Y'all keep thinking that. We're gonna go down this hole now. Reagan,
Yeah.
you go first.
All right, let's do this. Reagan just charges right in there.
As the door opens, it's a very different scene. More familiar, perhaps, to Elowen. This is dark, dank, dusty. When I say dank, I mean dry. Dusty, dry, cobwebs all over the place. This place feels ancient.
So not dank.
Not dank at all. That was entirely the wrong word.
It's all good. Just making sure I got a visual.
Of course. The room contains several doors.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly move up to the first set of doors I see and see if I can investigate those doors and make sure that we're not gonna kill each other or step on something that's gonna kill us or, any of that good stuff.
As soon as you start moving into the room, it's very dry. Your throat grows dry almost immediately. Your lips begin to immediately crack as the dryness just takes most of the moisture out of your mouth. It is difficult to speak in here. The doors are in fact sealed crypts.
I'm gonna turn around and walk out.
Reagan's gonna look around to see if any of the crypts look more decorated or ostentatious,
Looks like
or
we got a new
perhaps
friend.
more secured than the other ones.
The door at the end looks particularly ornate. It's very large, and looks like there is porcelain and gold worked into the crypt's artwork.
I'm just gonna turn to our dear gnomish friend. Y'all, there'll be dead bodies in here. You want us to deal with them, or you want us to leave them alone?
Well, I mean, if they're sleeping or resting, then I wouldn't like to disturb them.
They're not sleeping.
But you said that there were people who were undying.
No, I'm pretty sure most of these are dead, but I think that one down at the end might be our undead necromancer that we've come looking for.
And also, can I have another horn of your fine libation, sir?
Yeah, certainly.
I'm going to pour you another horn and bring it back to you.
She's just gonna carry it.
Reagan takes a swig from her water skin and walks right up to that very fancy gold inlaid door.
The crypt is actually a mural showing blue painted trees on fire. It looks very fragile.
Elwyn's gonna walk back in the room and slowly cross the floor with the horn of wine.
Yeah, you can sort of see a mist rise off of the horn as the moisture sort of like enters this dry space. But there's nothing unusual going on here.
It doesn't it just rises in general and just kind of feels natural. It doesn't go like any particular location.
Give me an investigation check.
I might be able to do that. We'll see how this goes.
No, it doesn't seem to go in any particular direction.
Okay. And she's just gonna slowly walk across the floor towards Reagan and turn back to Seraphine and Cherith and go, y'all gonna make sure we don't die when one of these undead folk get up close with us, right?
Oh, of course.
Right, of course.
I've got my swords. You all ready for some fighting?
I'm quite sure the minute I do what I'm about to do, we might possibly die. But it's gonna be fun.
Well, I've lived a good life. I've killed a good number of orcs. I'd say let's do this.
Y'all right there, Seraphine?
Yeah, we're gonna make it. We'll make it.
She's gonna take that horn of wine and just throw it on the door.
It splashes against the door, staining some of the trees red and the porcelain red, and just runs down.
Alright then. The acid didn't break it.
The acid that was just wine. I'm not
Which
sure
is
why that would work.
acidic. It's
Okay, but
acidic.
it's not acidic enough to burn through a door, or else you wouldn't be able to drink it.
Well, the last time we fought those skeletons and we threw the wine in their face, it definitely messed them up.
Well, it's like alcohol or something. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm just look. Move. Reagan's just gonna walk up and try to open the door like normally.
You feel as though if you were to use some sort of tool, this would be easy. Perhaps if you use your raw strength, you could get in, but it would require a great deal of strength. Also, you would need to break the sarcophagus to get into it.
It's a sarcophagus, or is it just a set of doors?
Bit of column A, bit of column B. It's a sarcophagus set into the wall, sorry.
Okay, so it's a vertical. This is gonna be entertaining. You want me to pick that lock?
There is no lock.
Okay then.
Do any of you have a crowbar?
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Certainly.
Do any of you have an eye for fine relics or ancient architecture or anything of that sort of thing?
You mean history and or arcana?
Yes.
Not me. Not me.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, I've got some stone cutting, but that's about it.
You know
I
what?
mean, I mean, I did some I mean, I have that criminal background. I can evaluate its worth if I was to steal it, but I really don't think that that's what we're talking about here.
Between the
Yeah.
two of you, you could possibly do so. I think, Reagan, you would recognize that this is particularly fine work. The way they've inlaid the porcelain, the gold together. It would be a shame to break this. And Elowen, if you were to try and figure out how much this could be worth, I mean, to the right buyer, you're looking at like 2,000 gold pieces unbroken.
Y'all, we shouldn't break it. We should be real careful about it. Maybe we come around this side and, slit up here and down here. We can just take it off real careful like.
You know,
And then Seraphine can get some money out of it.
that's probably for the best, honestly. It does look like someone took an incredible amount of time carving this.
We gonna carry this back to town?
Well, we're gonna leave it with our dear gnomish friend, or excuse me, your dear gnomish friend.
We
See?
can come back with the wagon later, after we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure our gnomish friend wouldn't mind.
Oh no, help yourself. I don't like pretty stones.
All right, let's take it off. Let's do this.
Also, Cherith, make sure we don't die when whatever in this undead comes out and tries to kill us all.
Well, I'll
Just
try my
saying.
best.
Alright then. Let's do this real slow and careful like.
Okay,
And
Reagan's gonna get on one end of it to try to lift it off.
I'll get on the other end.
Did anyone have a crowbar?
I do.
Are you using the crowbar?
Okay. So it's like a set of doors of a
Mhm.
vertical. Okay, I'm gonna date myself again. It's fine. Do you remember the original OVA for Vampire Hunter D? No. Okay. Firmly recommend
Sorry.
that. Everyone go watch this. It's a really good series. Also appreciate the fact that, you're a half vampire who might have his father imprisoned in his left hand. It's a thing. It's complicated. Great anime. Go watch it. But they also, it's a late 80s, early 90s anime. I reiterate, this is a late 80s, early 90s anime with everything that entails.
Brilliant.
So they kind of had these sarcophagi that kind of laid back kind of at an angle, and they had these double-doored, covers that kind of opened like this and then kind of fell back on against the sides as it was kind of propped up. Or is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking about it vertically in the wall like a set of French doors?
It looks like it is set vertical into the wall, but the door it doesn't look particular where the rest of the doors look very much like openable crypts. This one doesn't seem to be a door at all. It's more of a mural.
Okay. So I'm gonna somebody got a knife, we'll just cut around this side out here of the mural, and we're gonna go around this side, and then just lift the whole thing up.
Alright, let's try it.
Can I try to identify it first?
Yeah, you go right ahead and then do that. Make sure we don't die.
I think I'm... Oh no, it's the wrong thing. What do I press? Oh no.
No, that's identify. You're right. You don't have to press anything. It
That's
just you
fine.
spend a minute and
Go for it.
Yeah, there is some kind of magic on the inside.
but not the
Evocation.
doors themselves.
No.
So the doors themselves aren't problematic, right, Sheriff? It's just, what's on the other side of it.
It seems so.
All right, then. We'll make sure we do this from the sides so that when we do this and whatever's undead in there is going to come out and jump us and go, ah, and we're going to make sure it does it straight ahead and then we can stab it lots of times. In the back.
Okay.
You okay with that idea, Seraphine?
Yep, let's give it a shot.
All right. So we're going to cut around the outside of the seal and then let these two carefully lift it off and gently put it down. And stand to the side as we all let it die.
I require 3 skill checks. You may choose what skill checks they are, and your choice will determine how this is opened/removed.
Who's making them?
Up to you.
I mean, would it be acrobatics or stealth of hand to try and cut carefully around the outside?
Up to you. You could try either. Like I say, the different choice you choose will determine how things work. I imagine sleight of hand would be more cautious than acrobatics, which would maybe ensure you have more of a complete cut around the top.
Yeah.
I could do the sleight of hand check.
All right, then.
I could do like a strength check for actually opening the doors. Like strength athletics, I guess.
I've got survival or perception. It's really about it's stealth. Is right. Don't know which one you prefer.
What are you hoping for with the stealth or perception?
I think reception more just kind of like see if we're gonna so it's gonna go wrong.
Oh, so like sort of supervising, trying to help the other two. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do that first, Sheriff.
Okay.
It's such a shame you don't have an advantage. On a 14, you can do fairly well. You can see that as we begin to cut things, you can see slight chipping going on wherever the knife works. Seraphine, can we get the sleight of hand next?
Yes. Maybe.
Ooh, on an 11, there's... Oh, no, sorry, a 6. As you drag your knife around, you can see several chips and scrapes, and the sides of the mural get damaged as you break it open.
Don't worry about that too much. We got a guy who can fix it.
It'll be fine.
I imagine, Elwyn, as you're sort of like watching on, you can see like the 2000 mark. Have you ever played them video games where you have a car that's worth so much, and every time you hit something, the price goes down? Like you can just see that happening, like as we're.
It's okay. I knew a guy. He's real good at fixing it before we sell it, and certain individuals may not be as aware of what happens when we sell it.
Reagan, can you give me the strength check for both? For like basically removing the mural.
All right.
Can I kind of help?
On a 14, that's pretty good, but Elwyn, yes indeed you can help. As the door begins to fall outwards towards you, Reagan, can you and Elwyn both make strength saves to keep the door steady?
All
We'll
right.
see how this goes.
Wait, strength. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. Ignore that.
That's okay.
There we go.
There we go. So between you managed to catch the mural and stop it hitting the floor. Sheriff and Seraphine, you will have a clear sight of what's inside. There is a woof of air as air hits the inside, and then a green cloud of mist erupts from this sarcophagus.
Don't breathe.
Can I please have DC 16 Constitution saving throws to hold your breath or otherwise avoid the gas?
This is gonna be fun.
Skyra, you are fine.
All right.
I'm not.
You're not. Oh.
DC saving throw.
On your character sheet, you can just find Constitution save. It's just above the skill checks. There we go. On a 16, you just make it. So Cherith and Elowen both become poisoned. You now fall under the poisoned status. There's nothing inside the sarcophagus. It's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing? Like, can investigate to see if there's anything, like, left behind in it?
Roll me an investigation.
Okay. I really need another screen. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know that feel.
Hmm.
So on a 10, it doesn't look like the sarcophagus has ever been used.
Oh.
Alright, then.
There's there's no imprints of feet on the ground, or like spare bits of bandage, or even embalming tools left around, or embalming fluid marked on the inside. It looks, apart from the gas, like it was brand new.
You know, guys, I think this might have been a decoy. Just a trap here for anyone trying to find this necromancer. Oh,
I'm sure it was!
okay, look, quit dying. Like, you should know better than to go breathing green smoke like that.
I didn't breathe intentionally!
I have a feeling it was when Elowen shouted, "Hold your breath," that you took in the air the gas yourself.
You know, I was trying to keep y'all alive!
You know, I'd help you if I could, but I don't really have anything for poisoning, so y'all are gonna have to fend for yourself on this one. Just do your best. Try not to die. I'll drag you back to town if I have to.
It's okay. I might have a way around this. I just need to check something. Okay. And okay, it won't tell me. And which one is it? Sorry, nope, that's not gonna work. Hold on.
And so, as the miasma spreads across the room, it sort of settles on everything. And now the term dank may apply to the room, as there's almost like a slime that covers everything. You can feel it on your skin as well, like,
Oh,
you know, when you just feel like oily or like baby lotion, that sort of.
Okay.
oh, this is quite unpleasant. I almost wonder if we should come back later after this is worn off. I'm not sure if it's still poisonous after the initial burst, but
Okay. I have a DM question.
Hit me.
Sorry.
What have you got?
Okay. Because it does not say in the rules, it does not say anything about this in the rules. It just says that a poisoned individual has disadvantage on skill checks and abilities.
Uh-huh.
Would would the poisoned condition continue into wild shape? Because it doesn't usually. Other conditions do not.
I'm gonna rule depends on the creature. If the creature has some sort of resistance to poison, then you could potentially cure yourself, but otherwise the condition will carry across.
Like a giant snake.
Possibly.
I'm going to turn myself into a giant snake and get the hell out of this room.
Is this something that everyone knows you can do? Cherith, Seraphine, have you seen this? Reagan, I imagine you've been friends for a long time, so...
yeah, Reagan knows.
I mean, it's a relatively new thing that she can do, but yeah, a couple people do.
So,
Reagan found out as soon as the first time she was able to change. Elowen
Yeah,
is her. So.
Cherith and Seraphine, if I may describe the scene, The mural opens and Reagan and Elowen catch the mural. This miasmic gas fills the room, covering everything in this slime. Cherif, you feel choked and poisoned. Elowen begins coughing. Reagan and Seraphine seem to manage to hold their breath fine. As this dankness falls on everything, Elowen stops coughing and turns into a giant snake.
Oh my god! She just like freaks out at this point, like.
I wave my tail and walk and just slither myself on out.
From the next room, the rest of you hear
I-
"Ah!" and the sound of pitter-patter of running.
What did that gnome give me? And like Cherry just looks at her drink, kind of just.
Okay, look, calm down. This is just like a thing that Elowen learned how to do recently. It's really not a big deal, but I do think we should probably follow her back out of here, because until I can figure out what's going on with this miasma, I just want to make sure we all stay safe.
And what are you doing with the mural, Reagan, that you are currently holding aloft?
Yeah, I just,
We picked it up and slid it down to the ground. We caught it and slid it carefully to the ground.
Of course.
yeah.
I mean, we're both not the tallest folk involved here.
Yeah.
Why would I
But,
hold?
Reagan is going to try to drag the mural out of the room with her.
Okay, I thought you were just gonna leave that there and we'll come back for it later.
If it seems like a little bit more than she can handle when she tries to drag it by herself, she will leave it.
I'm gonna let you have the strength roll for free, but can you make me a dex roll for delicacy?
Alright. Can do that.
Oh.
Oh.
On a 5, it snags on one of the marble tiles on the floor, and sort of jerks out of your hand, and as it falls, it sort of cracks right across the middle.
Reagan's just gonna gently set down the other half and quietly walk out of the room.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing happened. It's fine. Come on. Follow me.
But
For
I
your
thought
safety.
I heard something.
No, it's not safe in here. Follow me quickly.
Okay.
Don't look back.
Are we leaving the mural behind?
Don't worry about the mural. Don't worry. Quick, go.
So as you enter the main area, Elowen, you would see the gnome take one look at you, his eyes go wide with fear, and he darts into the chamber with the silver doors. What would you all like to do?
I mean, I'm gonna wait for them and just kind of wave the tail and just slither through the door with the silver doors to the room with the silver doors in it.
So in your heat vision, highly perceptive prey mode, snake eyes, you can tell that the gnome is hiding in the little alcove on the left.
I'm just gonna wave my tail at him and keep going.
And you can approach the doors, of course.
I'm gonna wait for the others to kind of like. I waited until they came kind of to the doorway so that they could see me do this, and I'm gonna kind of wait there for them to come, see if they come follow me.
Reagan's ushering the other two in front of her to make sure neither of them look back and see the mural.
Hey, where'd the gnome go?
Are you trying to do this deceptively, Reagan?
You know what? Yeah. Reagan's trying to do this deceptively. Look, this is for your own safety. Quickly, I need to just don't look back.
Roll me a deception, please.
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm shocked that worked.
It's like Reagan became like a mine foreman all of a sudden. Like, health and safety is paramount, Sheriff and Seraphine. You need to get out of there quick. Something bad's going down.
It's heckin' dangerous in there, guys. Move.
Okay, we're going.
I'm moving.
Follow that snake.
And
You
I'm
mean
gonna
Elowen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Waving my
follow
tail.
Elowen.
That is still Elowen, correct?
That is definitely still Elowen. She can still understand you. She's just, a little more slithery than normal. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's all fine. I always want to be Slytherin.
That's my quote of the day. That's my quote of the day. It's still Elowen. She's just a little bit more Slytherin than normal. Beautiful. So you approach the silver doors.
I'm gonna wait for the others to catch up,
Yeah. I imagine you've all caught up by
Okay.
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come back to being Elowen to investigate these doors.
Make me a survival check.
Okay.
DC 10. DC 10.
We'll see how this goes.
Oh yeah. Poison. What poison? You're fine. That's right. You guys use up them nat 20s.
It's all good. I'm going to investigate this set of devil doors.
Please do.
I'm going to probably fail this now.
A 15's not bad. So it's made up of 4 characters. There are 4 elves. All of them are holding cups or bottles that show a key inside them.
Okay.
All but one of them is drinking out of the bottles. On the far left, an elven woman drinks out of a round bottle. Her left eye is missing, and she touches the eye socket with her other hand. If you guys want to make notes at this point, I will be a kind DM and let you know that this is important information.
Thank you.
Next, an androgynous elf drinks out of a thin vial. His head is split open and his brain is exposed. He touches his brain with his other hand.
Is the brain there, or is it just exposed?
Exposed.
Okay.
An elven man drinks out of a large pyramid-shaped bottle. His body is thin and gaunt like a corpse. He looks dead. And the last, an elven person, gender unknown, cuts their hand and lets the blood into a chalice. This person has the chalice in their other hand.
Okay.
Did you get all that? Do you need me to repeat?
Just for the first one.
There are four elves, all of them holding cups or bottles that show a key inside them. All but one of them is drinking out of them, is the one with the cup that's not drinking. Their chalices in their other hand. An elven woman drinks out of a round bottle.
Okay.
Her left eye is missing. She touches the eye socket with her other hand.
The one with his brains hanging out. Did you describe his bottle?
It's a thin vial.
Okay.
And then we have a pyramid-shaped bottle.
Yeah, with the dead-looking one.
Yeah, the dead-looking one. And then the elf of unknown gender with the chalice that they have cut their hand and dripping blood into.
Because I'm an elf, is there like any way that I would know anything about like any of this possibly?
Make me a history check.
Oh. This one I think. Okay, great.
Do you know there was something about that thing, like keys with things? Ancient elves did this thing with liquids and
During that
keys.
story.
Yeah, something like that. It's something that your great aunt used to waffle about to her niece or something.
So each of them has the key on the bottle, except for the one with the chalice, and that one's the key is on the chalice.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have to do it because it's stuck in my head right now. The pellet with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. But they broke the vessel with the pestle. So, the flagon with the dragon has the pellet with the poison. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. Okay. Sorry. Danny K is coming bond, it's fine.
I know that for some reason, but I'm not sure why.
So do I can't remember where from.
Court Jester from the 1950s. It's a Danny Kaye movie. I firmly recommend it. Have fun. It's a riddle puzzle about them dying on the battlefield. It's great.
Brilliant. Alright.
And apropos of the moment, I believe.
Reagan's gonna wander over to the gnome friend that's is he still hiding in the alcoves?
Going to where, sorry?
Is the gnome still hiding in the alcoves?
Yes.
Hey, hey, Mr. Gnome friend.
Shh, there's a giant snake in here somewhere.
No, it's okay. It was just Elowen. She's normal again.
She's a snake.
Only sometimes. She's not a bad snake though. It's okay to come out.
My brother was eaten by a snake.
It's okay. I promise Elowen probably won't eat you. She doesn't normally like to eat gnomes, as far as
They
I
don't
know
taste
anyway.
good. They're too chewy. And the bones get stuck in your teeth. No, I'm not gonna eat the gnome.
Yeah, see, you just heard her. She doesn't like gnomes, so you can come out.
Okay.
Yeah, here, come. Have you checked out this door with this cool engraving?
Yeah. It's pretty, right?
It's very pretty. I
Look
don't
at them,
see-
they're all at a party. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some paint and put purple across the top and gold, like, leaf around the bottom, but not too much gold leaf. I don't like gold too much, but maybe some nice greens and browns. And we can bring some red, like mushrooms, if I paint them between them. And,
Oh, that sounds absolutely lovely. But you know what? When you were clearing out this place, I don't suppose you've seen anything that looks like keys or chalices or anything like that at all.
oh, what, like bottles, cups,
Yeah.
keys, those sort of things?
Yeah.
Sort of like the ones in the pictures, like a pyramid-shaped one and a
Yeah.
round one and a thin one?
Exactly like those.
Yeah, no, I've not seen anything like that.
Oh, okay. I just figured I would ask.
DM question, because I probably would remember this. Was this the set of doors the chieftainess was trying to get through, or was it one of the other sets?
This is the one that the chiefess was going mental on trying to break through.
Okay. Are there any visible locks?
Good question. You can see some kind of mechanism.
Okay.
It is a lock. Your thieves' eyes will recognize that this is a way to undo the door. There is a keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be extremely difficult. DC 25 Thieves' Tools check.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen without a nat 20. Just mathematically would not happen without a nat 20. So
Can I go check out the gnomes? Like, you know, when we came at the start, there was all those little decorations. Can I go, like, have a look at those? Are we anywhere near all that? 'Cause I wanna know, like,
which
you know-
decoration, sorry?
You know when we first came in, he had those little, like, trinkets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go have a look?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
So
gonna head up there.
you would not have seen this room before, Sheriff, but these all look like different handles for maybe axes or hammers. You can see where there's holes for like the cross pins to hold blades or heads in place.
Mm-hmm. Just wanna, like, I want to know if he's like using maybe like the little bits as decoration or something, you know, like not knowing what they were. Maybe like little bits that we could use for the door. I don't know. I want to have a little gander.
Yeah, sure. Give me investigation or perception or survival. What are you trying to do here? How describe?
What was that? We'll try. Cool, great. I just kind of wanted to have a look and see if there were any little trinkets that kind of looked a bit out of place than to all the other, like the axes, the kind of stuff. But clearly, not going to see much.
On a 13, you can see that lots of these decorations are made from natural materials. They're not made of like paper or that sort of thing. They're actually made of different leaves. The reds, the purples, the greens, the blues, they're all naturally occurring leaves from no particular area.
Okay.
He must have done a lot of traveling to get all these different things together.
Hmm.
Down the corridor from you, there is a locked door. That's this one. Which my mouse... Oh, that's because I'm trying to reveal area. It's this one.
Oh, that one. Okay, but we're up here, right?
Yes, the silver doors are right at the top. The locked door by the axe handles is right at the bottom where Sheriff is.
So we're here, right?
You are, yes.
Okay.
But Sheriff wandered down, I assume.
Okay. So, well, I do believe that this door is beyond my capability to open easily.
I suspect there's some sort of puzzle involved somehow. Perhaps, maybe if we find some additional pieces or investigate further, we might be able to find a way to open it.
I mean, we got a dude with a pyramid who looks like he undead. We got another dude with a very thin bottle. His brain be exposed. I do not want to deal with anybody whose brain be exposed. That ain't healthy and that shit ain't natural.
I mean, we're hanging out in a tomb. I don't know what you expect to find.
Undead? Sure. But when your brain hanging out, how you walk? No. Hard no.
Alright, well...
Should we maybe inspect the other door that Sheriff passed on her way up there?
The other door... So, this one over here. The bottom right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So all of you can head that way, or just Sheriff and Seraphine?
Oh, I don't know.
We're gonna stick together.
I won't bite.
You might not.
Yeah.
He looks
The
at
other
you with a new fear in your eyes, Ella.
I mean, I would not eat you. You do not have enough mass on you to be worth eating. You probably also got parasites.
I don't have any parasites.
He says and scratches his head.
Yeah, you all got parasites. I ain't eating that.
Why does your friend eat people?
I do not eat people.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure about your choice of...
I'm a vegetarian by choice.
Okay, do you have a key to this door?
Oh, no.
Okay.
You want me to see if I can open that door?
Let's see if we can open this door here.
Yeah, there might be other things in other rooms.
I'm gonna investigate this door and see if I can open it without killing us all.
Sure, give us an investigation check. On a 10, this looks like a much easier lock to pick. You could give it a go with the thieves' tools. This one looks much easier.
Y'all want me to open this door, right?
Yes.
Open it, yeah.
Alright, y'all take a deep breath now and then we're gonna get onto that because I don't want to, end up poisonous gassing us all.
Does anyone have a passive perception higher than 15?
Mine is 15.
So just as you get really close to the door and you start getting ready to pick it, on the other side you can hear like a murmurings, sort of a low in halfling chant.
Is it anything? Do I understand? Well, I mean, I speak halfling, but do I understand what it's saying?
You understand the words and the intonations, but not the meanings.
What words are they saying?
Dark light fills crescents round the earthly in time of cycles. Revenants of dark ages are beyond the power of most mortal men. He waits amongst the mortal coils of humanity with badgers for eyes, and so on and so forth.
I'm gonna step back from the door and go, y'all, there'll be people chanting and shit about undead crap on the other side of this door. You still want me to open this door?
Well, you know, I do have 2 swords.
Alright then, you ready to come stab a hoe?
You know, they're not orcs, but I think they're still worth stabbing.
At this point, true. I mean, they sound like they'd be chanting in halfling about raising undead. I'm all for stabbing them.
Look, I'd be upset if I came all the way out here and I didn't get to stab anything.
CFN, you ready to, like, hit this real hard, like?
I mean, we came all this way for nothing. We didn't come all this way for nothing. And if there's anything that we can investigate inside this room to get us into the main room, that would be helpful.
Alright then, we are all prepared. Y'all ready? And Sheriff,
Yes.
don't die. Don't die.
Okay. I can do that, I think.
Alright, let's see how this goes with the Thieves' Tools check.
Oh, the lock breaks in your hand. The tool, your lockpick breaks, and on the other side of the door, you hear the chanting stop. In
Do
half.
I think I can break this door?
You think the door is breakable. Whether you're the best person to break it or not is up to you.
Reagan, come break this door.
So you literally see Elowen get down with her picks. Snap. Probably cuss. Would Elowen cuss?
Yo, mother... You brought... no. Y'all don't do this to me. Your mama had unpleasant relations with a ooze of some sort. Reagan, come open this door.
Okay, you know, I really wish I had brought my warhammer, but I only brought my swords today. I don't suppose I could borrow that crowbar from you again.
Here, have a crowbar.
Alright, Reagan's gonna go and try to pry the door open with the crowbar.
Okay. As you begin prying, from the other side, Elowen, as you are now listening, I guess Reagan would be listening as well. You can sort of hear in halfling someone say, "Did you hear that?" You can make me a strength save with advantage. I guess I'll go check. Could be that little gnome wandering around again. He'll be next.
They're coming. They're coming.
Oh,
Thank God for the crowbar advantage. On a 20, you can split the door and it cracks ajar and is now much easier to open as you have broken the lock. And behind, you can almost see a figure jump back from the door.
Okay. Can I frostbite him?
You can. There's a halfling in a black robe.
Yes, I'm gonna frostbite him.
He looks at you, Elowen, and goes, You're not the gnome, and you may frostbite him."
No, I ain't a gnome. I also ain't attempting to raise undead. It's a DC 13 Constitution save.
Give me 1 second as I find roll 20.
For some reason, why did it do that? I don't know why it was. I think it's messed up in the roll 20. It's just a DC 13 Constitution save.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's gonna win that.
Oh, he's
That's
like,
fine.
no, it's okay. I'm not trying to raise the undead. No, I'm just trying to enslave all the gnomes.
You're a liar, sir, and I can hear you through the door. It wasn't that thick. I heard everything you said. You weren't talking in any language I couldn't understand. You are a liar, and your mother obviously didn't teach you any manners.
Look. Okay, maybe I dabble in necromancy a little bit, but it's most.
Who were you talking to? Who were you talking to?
My book. Look, okay.
Nope. You were talking to somebody. Who else in this room?
Well, there's the.
Seraphine, come hit this person.
No,
They-
you
hit them hard.
don't need to hit me. You don't need to hit me. I have some gnomes in a cage.
See? Hit him hard. You need to hit him hard.
Why on earth would you have caged gnomes?
Well,
There's no good reason for that.
So cruel.
but they're gnomes.
What did they do to you?
They're just tiny people. There's nothing wrong with being small.
No, their crimes
been
against
small
our
to you?
kind, he says, gesturing to Elowen, are unforgivable.
Nope. Crimes against our kind? Yes. Horrible little creepers? Yes. Honestly uncomfortable when I'm in the same room with them because I just feel unclean at the amount of like skeeviness that comes off of them.
Exactly. They deserve to
But
be
they do-
eradicated.
But did I ever say I wanted to eradicate them? No, I said I wanted to stay away from them. And y'all dabbling in necromancy and you unnatural. You are natural.
I'm
Seraphine,
telling you.
come hit
Look,
him. Come hit him.
wouldn't it be a much better place without gnomes? Then you wouldn't have to avoid them. They'd be avoided because, we've solved the problem. It's a final solution.
Look,
But you're being-
whoa there. These particular gnomes have done absolutely nothing to either of you. You just need to chill with this whole thing. That's
You
super
can,
not-
if you're stepping into the room, you can see two locked doors at either end and like a small plinth in the center where he is reading from a book.
Can I cast Frostbite on the book
Yeah, sure.
and use it and just kind of freeze it in place?
Yeah, certainly. That will work. It will just settle on the book. It doesn't have a constitution to save with, and the book sort of like just frosts around the edges.
You trucking with the unnatural. You're a danger to yourself and others. It is my responsibility as a fellow halfling to have my very large, tall friend come hit you really, really hard.
I'm just a hobbyist necromancer. I just raise beetles every now and again, and maybe a small gnome here and there.
You torturing homes? You torturing anybody? I do not truck with that. Seraphine, come hit him. Lots of hard. Otherwise, I'm gonna hit him with my rock.
I hit him with the butt of my quarterstaff.
As you guys step in to make combat, he's tried to reason. He's tried so hard. Let's roll some initiative.
Let's see if I can get this to happen correctly this time.
Oh.
And 17.
So it looks as though
I get to go first.
it does. It looks as though Elowen gets to go first.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ice Knife on him.
Okay. Ice Knife explodes.
Yep. but I'm not standing 5 feet next to him. It only explodes and damages 5 feet.
Didn't you just get Seraphim to go and stand, like, within 5 feet of him?
Was that prior to initiative or not?
If you walked forward to go and hit him with his butt, that's the point when I would have started rolling initiative, was when you're close enough to hit him and he knows he can't avoid it.
Okay, in that case, I won't cast that one. Fine. I'm not gonna explode. I was thinking that he might have. I'm gonna go back with the old standby.
Magic stone. That does hit.
Oh, good. Takes 6 bludgeoning damage to the head.
He's like, ow! No, stop that!
Mm-hmm. I told you, I do not truck with people who have contact with the unseemly.
Any other actions for your turn? Or is casting Magic Stone a bonus action and...
Casting Magic Stone is a bonus action, actually. And if you read this spell, you can immediately attack with it, but you still have 2 other stones that you have.
Yep, okay, cool.
So, can I then use one of the other stones as the action?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try and hit him again. With a 16.
That hits.
For 5 damage.
Would you stop that? Look, I'm not a bad guy.
No! You trying to raise dead and eradicate an entire species. I hereby declare you are evil, sir.
I'm not evil, I'm just misunderstood.
You're not cute enough to be misunderstood.
Cherif, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take a bit of a softer approach. Can I use Charm Person? Would that work?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's your turn.
I don't know. I hit him. I attacked him twice.
Oh, yeah.
It depends. How is the wording in the thing? Is it if you attack him after it's been cast?
It must make a wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
So you could still make it work, but he will have advantage against the
If
saving
it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it.
So it would, in theory, work. It'd be harder to get on him, and then it'd be very easy to lose, especially if Seraphim goes and gives him a big old clop around the head.
I don't want to hurt him though.
He proposed the final solution. By definition, he is killable.
What to do? I don't want to.
Are we getting that Cherif maybe readies an action? You can always do that. You can always ready an action so that if something happens, you can take an action and you can fall into the fits of giggles that you've naturally taken on.
Yeah, I could do that, yeah.
Okay, so what action would you like to take in which circumstance?
What can I take? What have I got?
You can have an attack action. You can cast a spell if he moves towards you, or if he attacks one of your friends, you could also do that.
If he tries to attack, I'll use my rapier or something, and then just.
Okay, so if he attacks one of your friends, you can stab him with your rapier. We'll ready that up.
Yeah.
And then, so we will move on to Seraphine's turn.
I'm going to. Before I go and hit him in the face. What?
Just had a massive donation from Mischievous Eggman.
Oh, goodness.
Would you like wild magic surge galore? So you have enough for 4 good or bad things.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
8 wild magic surges. Quick math. 20 nat 1s or 20s.
Oh
or
my god.
40 advantages or disadvantages.
Oh.
Or any combination of those. Wow, thank you so much for that massive donation. Yeah, let's fill the chat with hype for a second. That's awesome.
Yes. So many points. You have so many points.
You have so many points. I don't think if you were intending to buy bits though, you haven't. You've just chucked a load of money my way.
But we appreciate it
We
nonetheless.
appreciate it very much.
And we want to celebrate with you.
Yes, yes indeed. Okay, cool.
Okay, you got a lot of points for things. I
Yeah,
guess.
don't worry. We can have. We'll open your own Scraticus bank account. You currently have 4,000 bits.
Whoa, that's a lot of bits. Do these roll over to our next games too if he doesn't use them all up?
I will make a note, and as you request things, I will set them down. My junior accountancy skills are coming out.
I'm sure there's a spreadsheet somewhere, right, Scrat?
Yeah. This isn't a pencil in my hand.
Yes, definitely a fully professional Excel spreadsheet.
Yes, that's exactly it. Mischievous Eggman. We'll actually call it because I'm setting up like basically an account. I'll do the exact amount. You have 4,177 bits.
That is like all of the bits.
That's all the bits. You can basically at this point anything you want. You can just ask for 2 specific things. Like you could get rocks to fall on Reagan
Oh,
if you wanted to. Yeah.
Or you could have that, horrible descendant of Mengele, become frozen in place.
Thank you, Gemsong RS, for the
thank you.
gift subscription to Mischievous Eggman. You also now have access to our sub emotes, which is in the corner right next to the little bit button, which is probably the button you were originally looking for.
excellent. So, you gonna spend some of these bits for doing things?
Sorry. Whilst we we give Mischievous Eggman a moment to to figure out what he wants to do with his newfound bits account. I believe we were on Seraphine's turn.
Yes. Before I go to hit him with the butt of my quarterstaff, I'm going to attempt to intimidate him to back away from the book and get on his hands and knees. And the way I say that is, you're horrible for what you've done here. If you kneel down and admit to your crimes here, we'll let you go.
I mean, I don't really see the need to be on my knees. And what crimes? They're just gnomes. They're hardly people.
I guess I didn't intimidate.
You can intimidate if you want. If you want to roll an intimidation, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, I'm going to. As soon as I can get my character sheet up. There we go.
Yes, I remember the curse of one screen. So, on a 10, it plays out pretty much the way we said. He's just like, I understand what you're requesting, but I don't think it's really necessary. We can work this out.
He's just a whine. I hit him in the head.
You've only thrown stones at me so far. I don't feel the need to retaliate violently. We can resolve this.
No, I'm sure we can make you dead.
Your
As you were trying to.
Your friend is particularly aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So am I when I haven't drank. So here, I'm gonna hit you.
What?
Look, you can't just go around imprisoning people just because they're gnomes.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. So
Oops. Yeah, I hit him with my staff.
for a 23, that hits. So to roll damage, it's over on the actual chat window, just click on the word staff beneath your roll. There it is.
7 bludgeoning.
Yeah. Ow! Oh, really now? This is quite unnecessary. Quite unnecessary indeed. And
I get an extra attack too. Unarmed attack.
we can take your second roll there, which was a 20, and you can just roll damage again. Yeah, that works.
Another 4.
Right. He sort of stands as tall as a halfling can. I've had quite enough of this. Quite enough indeed.
Obviously, your mama didn't teach you manners.
He is going... Tee-hee. He's going to open his hands in front of him. And he just says... Aganaza Scorcher! And flames erupt 5 feet into the air towards you all. Can I please have dex saving throws for anyone between him and the door or near the door?
Okay, so I'm near the door. I was hitting from there.
Yep. Also near the door.
Am I? I guess I'm near, yeah.
Well, did it come through? Oh, an 11,
hit
of
it.
course.
I'm sorry, I hit that twice. I'll take the first one now.
That's okay. That's just fine. Now what's his... Ah, there we go. So spell save is 14. So...
Of course.
Let's see. Cherif dives out of the way, and Seraphine dives out of the way, and Mischievous Eggman, it's fine. I'll make note of it. I'll give them all nat 20s. It's fine.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
He spends 800 points to give everyone a nat 20. Thank you. I'll check my math as well shortly. Yes, the flames erupt towards you. Can one of you please roll me a 3d8?
You want me to do it or you want to do it?
Go for it.
This is gonna be fun.
You got that halfling luck. I trust you.
Which I haven't been able to use at all.
Ooh, high roll. So those of you that do not dive out of the way, you take 15 points of fire damage. Those of you that do dive out of the way, you merely take 7.
I'm unconscious.
Nice.
I'm just a little crispy.
Okay.
Wait, how much did I take? I got out of the way, didn't I?
7. As you dive out of the way, your feet just get mildly scorched.
Did I attack him because I had my thing ready? I had the I had my thing
Yeah,
Ready
you
action.
can now use your readied action to dive towards him and attack.
Yeah.
Give
It's
him
a
a good
rapier.
rapiering. Oh, yes, you do. You hit him solidly. Please give me a damage roll. Perhaps just the tip. Just the tip finds its way into his robes. And-
Well, I mean, it's a rapier.
Yes. Tee. You guys, yeah, he's still up. He's still up. So next in the order, it will be Reagan's crispy turn.
Alright, so Elvin went down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else down?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Elwin.
Thank you.
Let me see here. Okay, apparently that doesn't.
Oh, you didn't set it to roll.
Yeah, I messed it up a little bit. I haven't
fine.
done the version of Roll20 yet. Hang on. How do you just straight roll in here?
It's /R 1d8.
There
3,
we
and
go.
then what's your spell casting modifier?
And that's 2. Or
Okay,
4,
so
rather 4. So 3 and 4 is yeah.
7. I'm standing.
So your new health will be 6.
Yes. Y'all, that was unkind and unnecessary. Also, you smell.
You threw rocks at me, then hit me with a staff, and then now you're stabbing. Ugh.
You're trying to eradicate a species. I do not think you have the moral high ground here, sir.
Of course I do. I'm a halfling.
I can't tell. Are you sure? Or are you just a stout foot?
What's wrong with the stout foot?
I mean, the mostly dwarf and not halfling.
That's just not. We'll go back to the top of the round with Elowen's turn.
I'm gonna try again to frostbite him.
Mm-hmm.
And it work? No, it didn't. But it's a DC. Why is it doing that?
He fails.
Oh, yay! Okay. So he's gonna take 6 cold damage, and it'll be disadvantage, or we have advantage on attack rolls against him next round.
Yes, that'll actually be 10 damage though, as you've only seen the higher level cast part.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to. I was only trying to do it. It's a cantrip,
Oh,
and for
Oh,
some
okay.
reason, it's doing it as upper level casting, and it shouldn't be.
I apologize. Well,
I mean, I
citizen.
would love to do that, but that's not what's happening.
So yes, he takes 6 more points of damage. He gets a little chilly. He throws back his hood. Would you
And you-
stop?
No, I want you to freeze to death slowly and in pain.
How rude. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm also gonna hit him in the head with that wonderful bonus action that I have. But a 7 ain't gonna do nothing.
No, it just flies past him. He's getting used to your stone throwing ways. He ducks like, just stop. Sheriff.
At this point, he's already started messing with my friends, so I'm gonna just try and rapier him again. Oh,
15 hits for 5. He is looking extremely bloodied and wounded. He falls to one knee.
That's what you get for messing with my friends.
Would you? Oh, look, I don't deserve this. Do it to the gnomes, if anyone. Look, there's another one behind you.
The gnome was nice to me.
Also, I'm quite sure that your mama might have been a gnome. I mean, you got very gnomish eyebrows right there. Particularly now that they're all cold and frosted in place.
Ugh, struck down and then insulted. Seraphine, it is your turn.
I'm gonna finish him off. Hopefully. I'm going to attack again with my quarterstaff.
That hits.
That does hit.
Ooh, a solid 7 points. He falls to the ground. Is this non-lethal?
Mm. I want to knock him out. Can I punch him in the face?
Oh yeah, with the quarterstaff, it's a bludgeoning object. You can strike him across the head, and he will be unconscious if that's what you want to do. Or if you want, you could use the end to crush his throat. Do you want to be lethal or non-lethal?
I want it to be non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
Yes.
So yeah, you do exactly that. You knock him unconscious. He falls to the ground. Behind you, you hear that. Okay.
Oh, I recognize him. He's mean. He captures gnomes for fun.
Yes, he'd be an unpleasant individual. I'm gonna hog tie him.
It's okay. We
I was
dealt
just
with
gonna
him.
say we need to tie him up.
Oh, we gonna tie him up and we're gonna hog tie him.
He's a plague on gnomes. We should kill him.
He might be worth money, honey.
Honey money?
Yes. You know how you want that cheese?
But to get
Take
honey
him
money, honey money. Surely we need less cheese and more bees.
But here's the thing. If we take him into town and we throw him at people in charge, they might give us more cheese for him.
Ah. So if we want cheese, we don't need bees. We need the money, honey. And if we want to do that thing, then we need to avoid the bee sting and throw him at the people in charge rather than putting him on blast. Okay.
So we're gonna hog tie him. And I'm gonna search him.
Skyra, whilst this is going on, could you please roll me a 1d442?
Oh goodness. You said 442?
Mm-hmm.
157.
Whose background was that?
That definitely wasn't laughter in my background. Mischievous Eggman is definitely not behind my curtain. He is definitely not just given a ton of money to mess with me while I'm playing.
This is a good Wild Magic Surge. You feel very jovial having knocked out and tied up this person. Your charisma goes up to 20 for the next 24 hours.
Oh, wow!
Oh.
Oh gosh, I feel so incredible.
We gotta make sure we rifle through his pockets and look for loose change.
Of course, and you always know the best thing to do with loose change, yes? It's to share it with your friends.
I always do.
Good. That is what I like to hear.
Can I investigate the room real quick?
Yeah, sure. So this room looks to have originally been a holy room devoted to the preparation of bodies for the afterlife. Long tables line the walls. They are covered in an assortment of embalming tools and full and empty urns. There are 2 doors, one in each corner. These look as though they could be broken down with a difficult strength check or easier lock-picking check, allegedly. Around the urns and ashes on a 16, you will find lots of gems and small ancient coins hidden amongst the urns in the dust and around the room. There's 72 gold pieces worth.
Oh, in the room?
Mm-hmm. There is also a cage of gnomes, allegedly innocent.
Alright, well, I'm gonna investigate the body and then I'll come open that cage.
So on the body, he wears a robe and not much else. He is commando under there. He has no possessions. It seems he has a book and some gnomes.
Well,
I'm a neutral good character. I am a neutral good character. I'm gonna hog tie him up.
I think anytime a player has to recite their alignment, it's a good moment. You
I
hogged
mean, he's unconscious. It would be wrong to do that while he's unconscious. I'm gonna go pick a lock. Or 2, hopefully.
Which door would you like to start with? The one to the north or the one to the
The
east?
cages with the gnomes in them.
Oh, the cage with the gnomes in. Yes. Please do. Oh, and also I should show you the room you're standing in.
I'm gonna thieves' tool. Can I investigate the locks first? Do they look like he might have messed with them?
Seraphine, having made a quick assessment of the room, Seraphine, if you're willing to share the information, you could save Elowen a dice roll.
Sorry.
Sorry, I literally just saw in chat, my bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry, repeat what she was looking for again.
She's investigating the locks, I'm sorry.
I'm just checking the locks, make sure if I don't pick them, we don't end up dead. I mean, he was a magic user of some sort.
I didn't do any. I guess I could do an Arcana check.
Oh no, your investigation check told you the locks were pickable.
Oh, well then I'll just express that I don't see anything else in this room that would cause us any harm right now.
Alright, well, y'all take a second. I'm gonna pick these locks. Hopefully, it goes better than last time.
With an 18, you wiggle your lockpick around in the lock for just a moment. There is the audible click that you are used to hearing, and the padlock springs open. The door is open. Inside, there is 2 elderly gnomes who are wearing rags.
My dear gnomish friends, there's another gnomish gentleman standing over there. He has libations with which to share with you.
Oh, yes.
And encourage you in such matters.
Why, thank
I'm
you.
gonna go unlock the other cage now.
I thought I hated halflings, but being saved by one certainly gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Y'all keep your warm, fuzzy feelings to yourself. I do not need to know about that.
Well, anytime. Okay, well, perhaps we can share our newfound affection for halflings another time.
Yeah, you keep your affections to yourself, sir. He's over there. He's got some libations for you. I'm gonna go deal with this other cage over here.
Come on, old timer, I'll show you. Come on, come this way. Come on. And you, come on. Yep, both of you. Here we come. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm gonna get you some sticks or something so you can walk easier. God damn it, old people.
The gnome outside returns with some of the axe halves that he's broken off the wall to give the gnomes to walk with.
There we go.
So you still have 2 doors.
Is there? Oh wait, there's only the one cage though, right?
1 cage, 2 doors.
All right. I'm gonna take a breath and go walk over to the farthest door, and I think I got this. Let's see how this one goes. Nope, I do not think these elves like me.
The lock breaks in the door.
Well,
I've still got that crowbar of yours.
yeah, you might want to hit it real hard because apparently the elves who built this place, not you, Sheriff. This is nothing against you. I think you're a wonderful person. I'm quite sure this is built by annoying, snooty high elves who think that they're better than the rest of us, and you are not like that. And I think they are just horrible people. So come bust this door.
So I don't know if you all do this, but I often imagine characters to have the similar faces to the people who are playing them. So at the moment, I could just imagine Cherub sitting there while she's saying this, like.
She would be. She would be.
She would be.
I try. I don't always succeed, but I try. Yes, and Chad, you're a fabulous person.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you. Reagan, come bust this door.
Alright. Reagan's gonna...
You are all sitting on a nat 20.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend it on breaking down a door.
Just saying.
That is a good point, but Reagan's got a crowbar, you see, and Reagan would like to use said crowbar. So, let me see here. What's that, strength athletics for the crowbar?
Strength athletics. With a crowbar, you can have advantage. Lucky thing too, as
very lucky.
the door sort of crumbles in pieces. It's hard-going work, but you can break through it. Behind, in this room, there is just sealed bottles, rows and rows of sealed bottles, all of which are pyramidic in shape, and one of them has a label on in Elvish.
So can you read that, Sheriff?
I should be able to. Just give me a sec.
What would it say? Because I can read Elvish. So.
In Elvish, this is embalming fluid.
It says embalming fluid.
Well, 'cause this bottle looks an awful lot like the one on that door. The one that dead-looking elf was drinking. So if it's embalming fluid, that does make sense.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure what to do with this, but it seems important.
Well, let's just keep a hold of it for now.
Reasonable enough, yeah. Let's I'll hold it in my pack.
Mhm.
Think it'll be safe enough there.
Alright. Well, we got one of them. Maybe we try this other door and see if there's another one behind it. See if this one door likes me any better. I mean, I know a guy who would, sweet talk a door and say sweet nothings to it as he was trying to pick a lock, but that is not my personality. I do not attempt to seduce
Looks like we
inanimate
got a new
objects.
friend.
I'm also not drunk enough to do so.
The lock springs open. The door slides open easily, revealing an empty cupboard.
Well, we could put him in here. I think that would be...
There are
Oh, good.
also the cages.
Well,
True.
didn't we did we break those or?
No, I opened the lock on those.
I see. Are you able to relock locks with your lock picking skills? Because we don't have the key to the cages.
Well, the cage was a padlock. It wasn't hard.
Ah, fair enough.
They just click it closed.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying that much attention when you were doing your lock picking things.
It's alright. I understand. Why don't we throw him? But we're gonna keep him tied up because he's a horrible, horrible, horrible person. We're gonna throw him in there.
Yeah.
Tied up.
Yes.
Alright. So we throw him, this horrible stain upon our race, and I'm quite sure he's not a full halfling. I'm just gonna say that. He don't have the right kind of feet. Is he wearing shoes? Those look like he's wearing shoes. So we're gonna throw him in there and padlock the door. But he's still hogtied.
Okay.
I just had a random thought. Does hogtied translate to British English?
Yeah. Arms and
Okay.
feet behind you.
Okay.
Apple in the mouth.
It's also used for something else.
I wouldn't know what that is.
You don't want to know.
Not live. Okay, so what would you like to do now? This room is fully investigated.
Alright, can we unlock any of these other doors? Or specifically, can Elwyn?
No, I got all these doors open. We've got this
Oh.
whole room done. We have
Okay.
this bottle. The only thing that we have left unexplored, basically, is that room off to the side.
It's the silver doors, right?
Yeah.
And we could. There might be something in those other sarcophagi. Weren't there other sarcophagi in that first room?
Yeah, there were.
Yeah. I know it was really dangerous in there, but we might have to go back in anyway. Just
Alright.
for the sake of I'm sure most of the danger's past.
Before we do, should we try to brainstorm around what the silver door means, like the inscriptions on it, and try
Well, I
to
Well,
figure
I
out?
figure, we're gonna need. No, sorry, it's all good. It's all good. I figure we're gonna need somebody's blood at some point. Probably an elf. You up for that, Sheriff?
It helps.
Fabulous. You are a fabulous person. We got this bottle here that looks like a pyramid that has embalming fluid in it. I'm betting, based on the fact that that one gonna match the guy who looked like he gonna sucked himself out. That's what that would go. And then the round bottle has an eye. That might be something. And then the thing with the thin vial is a brain. You know.
Oh, I really hope it's not overly literal. I'm not sure we want to be putting in eye juice and brain juice and.
Well, we got a pile of dead bodies outside. It's fine.
Yep,
They're
that
like,
might be true.
They're like 2 weeks old. I'm not sure. I guess they've still got a bit juice left in them.
They're gonna stink though.
Yeah.
It opened the door.
I mean, if you guys really think it's that literal, we can try it.
Well, why don't we see what happens when we pour some of this embalming fluid on the door, or bring it over there? Maybe it'll do something.
All right. Let's try that first before we go desecrating all those corpses.
Dead bodies. So we're
I
gonna
agree.
break. All right, then.
Let's do that first. Let's try that first and see what happens, and then continue to brainstorm and figure this out. Because I want to get paid, you know.
All right.
As you come to this decision, could you please everyone roll me a 1d 442 with thanks to Mischievous Eggman, who now has 877 points left.
1d 442.
442.
Yep.
How do you do that again in chat?
/R. I'll type it out for you.
Oh my god.
There we go. So let's see. Oh, high numbers. Very high numbers. Oh, damn. I hope one of you don't get one of Chorus's ones. He put some really nasty ones in there. He was
Oh,
salty.
no.
I mean, I was salty a couple times too. So.
Mine didn't go through.
So, Reagan, whenever you speak, you must first howl like a wolf.
Oh god. Oh, what was that?
302 for Elowen. Elowen, you can only speak a handful of stock phrases. Now, the way we normally do this is we go around, everyone gives you a stock phrase, and once you've used all 4, you can then speak normally again.
Okay.
So, I will kick us off. We'll go clockwise around the screen. I will say your first phrase is, just like Paylor wanted.
Okay.
Skyra.
Like a couple gnomes in the roots.
Panda? Keep it, Panda.
Yeehaw, cowboy.
I figure the cowboy will be the harder part of that.
And lastly, Emma.
I don't think I can top that. I'm trying to think of like. I'll just do a Hamilton phrase. I'm not gonna throw away my shot.
I got you. The actual quote or what you said?
The actual quote.
Okay, I'm
You
not
gotta
throwing
actually
away
sing
my
it
shot.
though. You gotta sing it like properly.
It's not sung, it's rapped, and yes, I can do
Well, Eliza.
So, Seraphine loses the feeling in their legs. You've just got really numb legs. It's like your knees are starting to go a bit jerky. It's just really difficult to walk.
Oh, I can still walk though.
Oh, yeah, you can still walk, but like, have you ever... Okay, so like, there's only one time this ever happens. You know when you sit on a toilet seat that's just slightly too thin? And like, you don't realise, but your legs are going completely numb, and then when you try and stand afterwards, you're just like... Oh, and like, you grab anything that's nearby, towel rail, radiator, anything, just to stand up.
And your legs feel like white noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that.
And 426. Sheriff, can you roll me a d6? Your head, left arm. Your right arm disappears.
Guys, I think we got a problem.
Y'all, that ain't natural. I can't do that.
Oh my god, what happened to your arm?
I don't know.
DM question on the ruling, because these are all subordinate clauses. Can I complete the sentence with them?
Yes, why not?
It got carried off like gnomes and roots.
One down.
I'd walk over and see what's going on, but I can't feel my legs.
Seraphine suddenly starts walking like they're drunk again.
Oh,
Like,
whoa,
stumbled
Seraphine, how much wine did you drink?
I didn't drink any. I just drank one glass.
Oh, my cheeks.
As Cherif puts her hands to her face, you can feel your right arm. It's there,
Yeah.
but it's invisible.
Just can't see it.
Oh, what is wrong with you, Elowen?
Ellen, it looks like you're trying to get something out.
Y'all, this is just like Paylor wanted. This is just like he wanted.
Oh, whoa, what are you talking about?
Is anyone gonna comment on Reagan's new howling? Have you just accepted it?
Well, yeehaw, cowboy. I don't think you need to keep howling like that.
I don't know why I am talking like this. I just can't seem to stop. Howling.
Oh my god.
So, what do you guys want to do? It seems some sort of foul magic has befallen your party.
Reagan's gonna try to take this embalming fluid over to the door.
Question.
Oh,
Can
follow me, guys.
Can I pick things up with my invisible hand?
Yes!
Yes! Oh my gosh. This makes it more fun.
What would you guys like to do?
Follow.
Oh, do you think I should just dump it on the door? Or what do I do with this?
Reagan, I'm not giving up my shot. Or excuse me.
4 out of 4. You can speak normally again, Elowen.
Reagan, just throw it on the damn door. And then I'm gonna cut my hand and we're gonna throw that on the door and see what happens. And then we're gonna die. It'll be fine.
Reagan splashes some of the embalming fluid onto the door.
As you splash the embalming fluid onto the door, you hear an audible click. But the door does not open.
Alright, like I said, we're gonna have to do this. the hard way. And she's gonna take her scimitar and just kind of pull it slightly out of the scabbard and just kind of thumb her thumb
Wait,
along
you're-
the.
Would it work without an elf blood?
Oh yeah, you're right. It should probably be you. You want to do this here? And she's gonna hand out her scimitar and say, "You want to cut yourself?"
Can I I'm just gonna take it and do it on my invisible. I try and figure out my invisible hand is, but she just kind of misses a couple of times until she hits something.
All right. Well, that's right disconcerting.
Eventually, you manage to prick your hand. Perhaps you prick it a little too deeply because of the
Yes.
invisibility thing, and blood starts gushing from your hand.
There's just gushing blood out of nowhere.
All right. Well, on the door. On the door.
As you-
Whoa, watch while you aim that thing.
Yep, so Reagan gets splashed with blood. Sheriff, as you put your hand on the door, you hear another audible click, but the door does not open.
I'm gonna walk up and cut out one of the dead body's brains and bring him back.
Okay, you can
And
do
see
that.
me-
It takes you
stumble.
a painfully long time.
I'm like walking along the
Woo,
side.
grab an eyeball while you're out there.
You know, we do got a gentleman a lot closer. I'm just saying.
We're not about to go cutting up anybody that's still alive.
You don't have to be alive much longer.
Oh my god.
What? In the picture, what species is holding the brain and the eye?
They all seem to be elven.
Elven.
I do believe that I saw an elf corpse out front.
I mean, Seraphine can.
They're technically both half elven, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll work. Pick the one that looks well. How can I describe? Not Quinn, but the one I bashed their head in. Oh, find the one that I bashed her head in. It'll be easier to get the brain out. And she was a horrible person. She don't stab people in the back.
You see me take my hand off the wall, the guiding wall, and I'm just like, got it, and I'm like, oh crap, and I almost fall down. But I make it out the door, and I find the one that has the elven head bashed in.
As you head outside,
Yeah.
A stone door closes behind you.
Well, shit.
Did the rest of you stay inside? You won't know about the door, but the gnome that you are with is standing over by the silver door. He has his hand on the door.
Inside or
Inside.
outside?
He's inside with you, with the rest of you. Just Seraphine's gone outside.
So, Mr. Gnome, do you plan to stab us in the back, or are you possessed by an undead entity? You're possessed by an undead entity.
He looks to Cherif and speaks in a mixture of Elvish and Sylvan as an old dialect. It says, "Are these slaves well behaved?"
He just asked me if the slaves were behaved.
Well, I have a response for that. He ain't gonna like it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw an ice knife at him.
As you throw an ice knife at him, a lightning bolt erupts from his chest towards you all.
Oh,
Please make the ice knife attack, and I'll simultaneously ask you all for, I believe it's dexterity for lightning bolt.
It's a 12 to hit, but a dexterity save.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Oh, I'm about to die. It's fine. It's a But that wonderful ice knife.
So, only Reagan manages to dodge aside of this. The ice knife strikes him in the chest. He's only a little gnome. And it strikes him and then bursts and, like, you can see blood welling, but he doesn't seem to do anything at all. Could one of you please roll me 8d6?
I'm already dead.
You want a d6?
8d6.
Let's have a miracle. Okay, I'm dead.
So anyone who didn't dive out of the way will take 27 points of damage. Anyone who did dive out of the way will take half of that. As the gnome is suddenly no longer possessed and falls to the ground, also dead.
A half of 27 points is definitely I am down.
I did make it out the way, did I? Or did I?
His DC was actually just over 16. It was an 18.
Okay, so no. Oh, dear.
So, I'm dead.
I'm also dead.
I'm not perma-dead.
Same.
Minus 19.
Seraphine, the door closes behind you.
I'm standing there with wobbly legs, like, what do I do?
Like an elf corpse slung over your shoulder. Inside, you can hear a loud boom. It sounds like lightning has struck.
Is there, the door closed behind me, but when we opened the door, it was...
Yeah, a stone door rolled across, smashing the gnome's pretty wooden door to pieces.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry, were the other three of you all down? Okay.
Yeah.
After a moment, as the gnome falls silent, the door slides open again, and you can enter again. It's the same merry little cave. You will come back to a scene of destruction. Scorch marks line the walls. Eloin, Cherif, and Reagan are all unconscious? Question?
Yep.
I'm minus 19. So.
I am 1 point from perma-dead.
Do you know what? Actually, we're going to half the damage you took, Cherif, because he's a sorcerer and he likes Fae.
Okay.
They're all unconscious on the floor. And that's where we'll wrap up this week's one-shot.
Minus 5.
How are we feeling, guys?
Well,
I'll tell you what, my legs are numb from excitement.
Do we? Okay, now chat. I need to know. We need votes. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Does Skyra have to wrap up with the how? I'm joking. Skyra, you look mortified. We're not gonna do that to Skyra, you guys. Don't put 1s and 2s.
okay.
Skyra's
I
fine.
gotta say, that was a wonderful game.
That was the funniest moment.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Choice.
Oh, choices.
That is possibly one of my favourite Wild Magic Surges. But you know what? Sometimes it's not so good. You made it brilliant today. So as we go around, why don't we tell us each our favourite part of the story, or whatever it was, and also tell us who you are, where we can find you online, and all the wonderful things that you do, because we want to know. And we'll go clockwise round this time, having gone anti-clockwise last time. So we will start with the owner of my favourite moment, the howling, Skyra.
Yes, actually, I super thought I was gonna hate the howling when I got hit with it, but that was so fun. So that was really good. Another high point is that I am not permadead this time, so I'm saying there's a chance. Yes. And yeah, you can find me at Skyver Moss on Twitter. Tomorrow night I'm going to be streaming Star Wars Ballad of the Garbage People on Phantom Roll Booth, and Sunday night we're coming back to our new season of Owl of Lycia on Monty Cook Games with a new teammate, so that should be very exciting. Be sure to tune in.
Awesome, thank you. Did I actually get? Yeah, I finally got Phantom Roll Booth right. I did it. And the other one was
Monty Cook Games.
Monty Cook Games, of course it was. Is Cook spelled with an E or not?
Yes. I think. Oh,
Nope.
no, I guess not. Sorry. It's been like a month since we've played, maybe longer. So.
Thank you for that follow, 343 Killer.
There we go.
There we go. Invisible Sun action. Oh, they've actually got that as a game in the compendium. Does that mean TTRPGs are a thing now?
Yeah.
That's because I'm still doing everything as D&D. I've been moving all weekend. Yeah, because it was like halfway through September they were changing that, wasn't it? Sorry,
Yeah, 'cause
sidetracking
all
massively.
they changed it in real life. It's now got loads of different sections on Twitch.
Yes. I'm sidetracking massively. Let's go on. Oh, did you tell us your favourite moment?
Yeah, the howling and the not being permanently dead.
Not being permanently dead. Yes. It all comes flooding back to me. I got excited about. I just got excited. So next around the table we have Eleanor on Fire, or as we may know her, Cutie Pie Panda. Oh hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I would say my favorite part was the beginning of the howling, because it was just like completely off guard of like how she was gonna like go about it, and the moment it got going, I was just like, okay, this is pretty freaking funny. So great job at that, by the way. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at ElenaOnFire85. You can also find me on Mixer.com as Cutie Pie Panda. And I'm usually playing Monster Hunter World or some first-person shooters. Looking forward to some of the new games coming out and testing those out. And that's what I'll be doing.
Awesome, fantastic. Thank you so much. That has reminded me of my second favorite moment is when I heard. It's not very often you get to hear a donator laugh about their donation in the background, and that, as a streamer, was nice for me. Next around, we have Emma Guyan.
Yeah, so you can find me at Emma Guyan on Twitter, or just put in Lady Hope is my Twitch. I believe it's just Lady Hope. Yeah, the whole thing. Here we go. I stream a lot of Sims. I do a lot of legacies for my Sims, so a lot of that kind of stuff. I also do a lot of Overwatch. I'm gonna get into League of Legends as well. Otherwise, you can find me at Belong Gaming Arenas in Portsmouth. That's the other place you can come say hi. And
Oh,
play some video
yeah.
games.
Yeah, hey. It's all suddenly coming flooding back. Yeah. Yeah, now I know why you look familiar, because we've met in person. There we go. Like, we had this whole thing earlier. I was like, have you not been on the show before? You've not been on the show?
We've literally met.
Like, you're really familiar. Really, really familiar. Right. Scratch the worst. Good at D&D, not so good at social interactions. Next around the table, lastly but most certainly not leastly, we have our very own Deirdre Donlon, or Praxmagoraphorobia.
Not this week.
It's not written in front of me this week. Usually it's written in front of me.
There's that. I'll give you that one. All right. Hi, all. I'm Deirdre, and you can find me at Deirdre Donlon on Twitter, where I talk about D&D and classics, because those are my two favorite things in the world. A lot. And you can usually find me hanging out in the Twitch chat at Praxagorathesmiophoria. That's me in the Discord too. You will find me back here again next week. And as I promised last week, I do have something else to share. Scrat, can I put something in your chat?
Of course you can. Please, share.
I got my submission approved, and I will be a contributing author to the Uncaged anthology that will be coming out shortly for D&D 5e adventures, based around the wonderful concept of reimagining some of the greatest female monsters in the Monster Manual.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
That is incredible.
So
Congratulations.
we'll see how that goes. I might be hitting Scrat up for an opportunity to have him playtest it before it goes live.
Yeah, let's speak. Yeah, Gem Song's got it as well in chat. I am definitely trying to memorize your name. One day I will be able to say Praxagoraphesmophoria without having to read it.
I will let you in another secret this time, Scrat. Praxagora is my favorite classical comedic heroine. She is also a character from Aristophanes, and she is only more popular. I like her better than Lysistrata.
Oh.
I mean, that's all Greek to me.
You should go read the Women of the Ecclesia Zeusi and appreciate the wonder of gender humor that existed in 4th century Greece. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, certainly. That sounds awesome. Congratulations on that as well, by the way. That looks incredible. I've got the website up already. I'll be having a read through that between shows. Because, fellow viewers, we will be back in 1 hour. We are back with Alice's regular campaign game at 10 p.m. EST of Eden. Eden set in the Cypher system, the cyberpunk Cypher system. So Cypherpunk?
Ooh, yay!
Cypherpunk?
Sounds very fun.
It is. She had her last episode last week. She's developed such a beautiful world out of this one. It's genuinely a joy to sit and run production for. But this is me. Here are my social links. If you're not a part of my Discord, you really should be. It's a fun, wonderful place full of wonderful, inclusive people who will make you feel at home. They'll talk about D&D with you. They'll teach you things. They'll do all sorts of other things with you. They're wonderful. They're great. I'm
there.
Prax is there. You know, Skyra's there. I think Cute Panda's there. Maybe
I'm there.
maybe Lady Hope's there now as well. Like, you know, hint, hint. Get in there. Twitter. If you guys want to get into a game very much like this one, send me a DM on Twitter. I currently am running 3 viewer games a week, which allows us to get up to 12 people who are either new to streaming or new to streaming, or I think I already said that, new to D&D, that's what I meant to say first, or new to TTRPGs into the game. So if you want to come and have a go, or even if you're not new, if you're just looking and thinking, do you know what, I'd love to be over there having a go at that, hey, come and play. My goal on this channel is to develop people as streamers, as D&D streamers, so that they can go and be on these awesome shows that we know, like Crit Roll, like Encounter Roleplay, like Greg Grimjack21502, like Unmade Gaming. There's so many. I mean, you know, we could go on and on and on. One of my lesser known ones that I really like is Dice 20 Era. They're worth checking out. A group of I believe young American adults, young females who are running a game together, or mostly females. Lots of fun over there and mostly unknown. I should give them shout outs, but I honestly don't know how to spell it. We are now a full-time service, so if you would like to support us, you can do so in the following ways. We have a Patreon, where we are also working on getting some articles written monthly. Two articles a month. We're hoping to begin this month. Admittedly, I realise that when I say this month, we're on the 27th, and I've got 4 days to get 2 articles out. Fortunately, I'm not writing them, but I'm also not spoken to the writers, so maybe we'll start next month. But yeah, we look forward to your support there. The articles will be free to the public, so you can just check out the Patreon and go and read them anyway. And tell all your friends and get them all to go and check out my Patreon, and who knows, they might subscribe just for the fun of it. Wiggle your eyebrows like that at them when you tell them about it. Also, we have merch. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm just too tired this week. All this moving. Merch. We have all sorts of t-shirts, including t-shirts from specific campaigns. We have a Dave the Divine one. We also have the logo, which is over there. You can find all of that wonderful stuff on the Redbubble. And also in the suggestion box, if you would like to see a scene on a t-shirt, let us know and we'll make that t-shirt for you. You know, like it literally takes me 2 seconds. Lastly, we have a competition which might be ended now. But I'll be running another one tomorrow for some rainbow dice. If we do have a winner, I will get that out to you very soon. The rainbow dice, they don't look as pretty on camera, even as when I am looking at them from here, but the picture makes them look very, very pretty, so please do check it out. If the competition has ended, we will get a winner tomorrow when I arise from my eternal slumber, and we will go from there. I think that's everything from me. So, Deirdre,
I forgot something.
What would
Okay, this isn't for me. This is not for me. But if you follow Twitter and you follow Eris Savad or the Opera Geek or the Crafting Muse on Twitter, they're running a charity fundraiser this month for if you purchase one of their terror muffins themed merchandise. All of the proceeds are going to support women domestic violence shelters, and I'm supporting that, so I thought I'd give them a shout out.
Yeah,
for that.
definitely. Twitter, Arasavad.
Yeah, Arasavad,
Yep.
and the Opera Geek, and the Crafting Muse. And I'm trying to find the button, and I can't find the button because that'd be easy, right?
Well, I'm linking all their Twitters. So
Well, that works.
That'll do.
the
That'll
Crafting Muse is actually going to be on the show tomorrow in Alice's viewer game.
awesome.
So
Yay!
you will get to see her then, alongside GoJG, who is often in chat, and Ozzy, whom we all know, and me, of course, playing Blister again as we fly through space. But that's tomorrow. Right now, we are going to go and pay a visit to Off the Table, one of the most underrated channels out there, I think. They evoke a lot of emotions over there, which, as some of you might have noticed looking at the thing, that's what I'm all about. So we're going to head over there. We are now streaming Mondays to Thursdays, 1 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. EST. So feel free to tune in on any of those days. On Fridays, we are regularly live on the Greyhawk channel at 1 p.m. EST, where I am running an old school D&D Greyhawk campaign, and at 8 p.m. EST every alternate week we are running Adventures in the Wild Blue by Kiana. The other half of that show is run on Off the Table, who we are raiding right now. So this week is on Off the Table, next week is on my show. Kiana's running that game with 9 players in 2 sessions, and we'll be chopping and changing and all sorts. She's mental. But we're going to go there now. So keep on evoking emotions, everyone. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you in an hour for Eden. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.